Okay, here we go. Jesus Christ, I better put it in the other hand, I think. Right, so we're going down to the beach because I've had a very, very stressful couple of days. 2 nights ago, my cat did a runner. I don't know what happened. She just went out one night and didn't come back, and then she didn't come back the following night either, so she was away about 48 hours. And then this morning about 5 AM I went for a walk around the streets. You know, I've done a few of these, but I went for one this morning. Jesus Christ, I went for one this morning, and I told you we might see a crash, didn't I? So I went for this walk this morning, and lo and behold, I started hearing crying noises in the garage. Not in our garage, in somebody else's garage. And next thing, a little head pops up at the window and she's in there. But the thing was, this garage was in like a fenced off property with high walls, high gate, and I couldn't get in there, peeps. So I had to you know, get my balaclava on, blacken up, and get the torch out on the phone and go and sneak into this person's property, break into their garage and get my cat back. You know, I wasn't going to muck about. Right, I wasn't going to muck about. We've actually come to a halt. I'm driving so badly. Let's have a look. Right, so we're still alive. In fact, this wouldn't be on if I wasn't. So just relax, peeps, just relax. Because that's why I've come down here, because I need to de-stress after the cat incident. And the other thing is, I have a chess tournament this weekend, so I won't be online or anything, doing videos or anything for the next few days, because I'm playing chess. And the game starts at 6 tonight, and I don't want to spend all day today at home on the computer like I normally am, because I'm going to end up getting a headache and not playing well tonight. So I wanted to come down here. If you can see those hills in the background, I'm going to be going on a trail run shortly along the top of the cliff tops there, which is very nice. And we shall see. Anyway, peeps, FPL. We'll talk about it in a minute, actually. Talk about FPL once I'm out of the car, because getting around this bend with one hand is proving to be rather tricky. We've made it, peeps, at 2k per hour. So if we do crash, there's not going to be a high speed will not be involved. You know, I've driven faster than this after 10 spliffs, you know what I mean? Right, where should we park? Should we park here? Why not, peeps? Oh, for fuck's sake. Right. I told you it was going to be like Baywatch, didn't I? Look, we're at the surfboard. Right, let's get out this vehicle. And the other thing is, I'm here looking for clues about what to do. What I do, like when I was in Wellington the other week, I went for a run and I kept walking past this street called Bowen Street. I must have walked past it about 3 times. I went past Bowen Street, and I was thinking that's a clue. And I did actually bring him in that week, and it's worked out really well. So I'm looking for clues today about who I should bring in. Now, I don't really see anything in this car, do you, that could be construed as a clue, you know. What do you reckon, Foxy? Is there any clues in the car? No, I don't think there are. So we'll go out and have a look around. So anyway, peeps, we've got to look for some clues as to who to captain this week, haven't we? Because as we saw, there were no clues in the car, were there? Foxy didn't know either. And we're going to have to try better to find somebody to captain, I think. But like I was saying, when I was in Wellington, it was incredible. I kept running past Bowen Street the whole time. And he's actually, low-key, probably been my best. I mean, I've just really ignored the fact that I have him. Look at these houses here, peeps. These are like little huts that people from Christchurch put up, I think put in 1940s, 1950s, and batches they call them here, and there's quite a few of them. It's quite pleasant, quite pleasant. There was this sign up here, we might better find a clue up ahead. But looking at the team stuff that came out, what's this? There we are, look, we're in Godly Head Heritage Trust, and you've got daily limits for your fishing. You're allowed to catch 50 cat's eyes. Well, peeps, after my cat went missing, you know, seeing this, saying that I should be collecting 50 cat's eyes today, I just don't think that's fair, you know. I mean, do the owners deserve that, you know what I mean? And 50 mussels a day, and that's all you can have. So you're listening, Steve-O, you're only allowed 50 of your mussels today, and one of these things here. Name it, peeps, name that fish. Looks like a it's not a wrasse, is it? It's too streamlined, I think, for a wrasse. Anyway, we shall carry on. We shall carry on. So we're going up a bit of a steep terrain now. But the press conferences, yeah, Postecoglou, he did say, didn't he, that they played pretty rubbish the other day, but tomorrow is a great opportunity for the backup players to have another crack at it. I think that's basically what he said, which implies that some of them at least will be making an appearance. So whether that's right or not, I don't know. Every November there's a trail run. It's up here. 10k, it's my favourite event of the year. I missed it this year, but I'm going to go for a run anyway in a minute. I just got us up there, you know, we can go together until I start running. I actually did quite a good running video of the park run last week, but it was ruined because music was piping out. And when I went to put it on YouTube, there were copyright issues, and it wouldn't really didn't want to put it on. Hey, right, look, there's Pamela Anderson out there, look, going out for a swim. We missed that, peeps, because somebody said the other day that this video that I did in the graveyard was like a cross between Blair Witch and FPL. Well, this one was going to be a cross between Baywatch and FPL. Look at me, look, what a pervert, sitting here with my camera on Zoom trying to find, oh, there they are, look, they're just gone out for a swim. And see how deserted it is. It's crazy, isn't it? If this is the UK, a 20-degree day, it would be absolutely packed, wouldn't it? Absolutely packed. There's nobody here. Hi there. Except, what? Who's this? I'll ask you one question. Do you guys follow football? No. Ah, so you don't know which captain I should choose this weekend in FPL? No, it's like I'm just recording a video. So. Well, that didn't work out too good, did it, peeps? Not as good as the postie the other day, was it? So we'll crack on anyway. We're going to crack on. Right. I think they saw me perving at the swimmers, peeps. I got a bad reputation on my channel. Bad reputation. Right, so where are we? So this week I'm not doing anything really. I've just already made my transfer early, and like FPL Lynn said, early transfers can be quite relaxing because you make your transfer and then you can just relax. There's somebody fishing down there, look. You might catch that fish that was in the poster, you never know. Anyway, Morning. Morning to you lot as well. Right. So, suddenly, very busy. I'm supposed to be running along here. So yeah, people talk about early transfers being bad, but what have we got here, peeps? Let's have a look. If any of you go fishing, you might be interested in this. So, blue cod, limited 2 a day. Blue cod, blue moki, blue nose. Are we getting any clues for Captain? Who's got a blue nose? Somebody must have. Elephant fish, flatfish, eel, skate, carwai, red gurnard, red cod, rig. Salmon, flounder, shark, snapper. Who's a bit of a snapper in the FPL community? Must be someone. Trumpeter, dogfish. What have we got here? What does that say? It's a marine area, peeps. No, I'm not seeing any clues. Pippi, that's the name of my cat. I came here, peeps, to forget about my cat, and all that's happened is I'm being reminded. We've got our names on the board, 50 cat's eyes are on the board. Wag was not happy with me. You know, it's like, where's the cat? I says, I don't know. She hasn't come home. You know, and it's like, get out and look for her. Well, I was the one who found her, peeps, you know what I mean? So I'm not having any nonsense. So anyway, why is there so many people around here? It's like the middle of a week. They're all supposed to be at work. What's wrong with people these days? I don't know. I can't even go off the beaten track. Actually, that's what I do. I get off the beaten track. Where can I go? So anyway, there were no clues there. So, right, I'm going to let these more people come past. That's another nice view there for you, isn't it? Some good fishing probably down there. It's quite difficult to get to.
Yeah.
Not easy to get there, peeps. Couple there going for a walk. So basically, I think Palmer, a lot of people are saying, I've noticed a lot of people are saying Palmer's the best captain, but they've, in the most part, what's that, some kind of succulent, isn't it? In the most part, they're not the actual people that are buying him. Have you seen that? So many people saying Palmer's the best captain. And even though they own De Bruyne, they are not actually bringing Palmer in. So that tells you something, I think, doesn't it? You know, actions speak louder than words, don't they? So if you are going for Palmer, you know, you just get him, basically. You don't talk for half an hour about him being the best captain and then actually not buy him. So it's the same with Vardy in a lot of cases, isn't it? It's like, oh, he's the best captain, but I'm not getting him. And that's what you need to do, I think, if he's the best captain. I think, really, unless you're on a free hit like D-Unit was on the channel the other day, then I think Watkins is the best buy because of the next two fixtures. Although, to be quite honest, if Forest don't beat West Ham, that does make Palmer very attractive for that Forest match next week. But personally, I had no means of bringing Palmer in. But anyone who's got De Bruyne, you know, if I owned De Bruyne, I would be immediately taking him out for... Well, I've done a Steve-O. I've gone on a walk. Oh no, I can get round here, I think. He did a walk yesterday and he had to turn around. I'll probably break my ankle, but we'll try it, peeps, anyway. Oh, then I will be at home all day on the computer, won't I? Let's see. I'm just trying to get to somewhere where we can have a chat. So, where are we now? I've gone off the beaten track. There shouldn't be anybody down here, unless this is some kind of crazy rough mountain biker track. Oh shit. A bit near the edge of the cliff peaks. I tell you, if we get an earth tremor, I'll be gone. Gone. Right. Oh, let's have a sit down. Okay, so I can talk properly now. I'll turn it around for you. Right, so for them progressing as far as they have, I think. So, back on the scenery. There's the beach we came from. Look, it's quite a way off. It looks quite a way off already, even though we've only walked for a couple of minutes. That's it down there. Are those two still swimming? Can't see them anywhere. Lovely day for it. I think the water will be pretty cold though today. I mean, it's a bit warmer than the water in the UK, but not much, because the nearest land from here is actually the Antarctic. Yeah, South Pole, pretty much the nearest land, which is why we often get seals and things like that. They come up, get lost in here. But penguins even some penguins make it this far sometimes. So, we'd better get a move on, Pooch, because I'm running out of things to talk about. Right, I'm tell you, I've absolutely loved this season so far. I know a lot of people are saying they're glad it's going to be over soon, but personally, I've enjoyed this season more than I've enjoyed any for about 7 or 8 years. Certainly before, you know, since COVID, this is the one I've enjoyed the most. And I think it's down to the tight pricing has made a world of difference this season. An absolute world of difference. And I've also really enjoyed messing around on FPL team and doing all the forward planning and everything. And I was a bit slow to that, to be honest. A bit slow to it. You know, everyone else has probably been using it for 4 or 5 years, those kind of tools. But not me, Pete, not me. I've been a bit of a too tight guy, you know what I mean? But thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it, even the bad game weeks almost, because I've learned to laugh at them in a way, laugh at the bad game weeks. I get annoyed. What annoys me is when I make a mistake and do badly. When I'm happy that I've made the right choices and I've had a bad game week, then that doesn't really annoy me too much. You know, like I think Roberto was saying that the other day. You know, it's kind of you realise it's just negative variance and learn to cope with it. But I'll tell you another thing. A lot of people are going on about how we've had 10 green arrows in a row and all this type of thing. I mean, a lot of us have, haven't we? Pretty much. And I think the reason is because this season, the actual template that began the season, apart from, you know, Nkunku, apart from him, the actual template that started the season has worked out very well. You know, people that had Salah and that in their dead teams as captain went a long way. I mean, even up until like game week 30, some of them were in like the top 100 or top 200. And it's taken an awful long time for us to overtake them all. But once the doubles and that arrive, and we bring in our Palace players, obviously we're not in many people's starting teams and that type of thing, then we absolutely slaughter the dead teams. And that's what's been happening to a large part for the last 7 or 8, even 10 weeks. And also, of course, a lot of the casuals used all their chips in the first half of the season, which is why I always say there's no point counting your rank until after game week 38, because that's the only time it counts. And you know, there are still people with chips to play next week, aren't there? There's a few bench boosts around and a few free hits, you know, like D Unit's got his free hit. And a few people have got bench boost next week. So anyway, peeps, I'm going to go for my run now. So I'll talk to you all later anyway. I might come back on at the car park and give a quick summary of what clues I found on the run, or we might even turn it on the way. Anyway, so cheers for now. That was a good run, peeps. I forgot to put my blooming watch on now, so it's not going to be on Strava. But it's quite a bit of elevation on this one. I went down to the old gunning there, even better than this, if that's possible. Although you have to say, this is just perfect. Absolutely perfect today. Yeah, it's not too hot like it can be in the summer. And it's very rare in Christchurch where we get days when there's zero wind, especially on the coast like this, because you always expect a bit of a sea breeze, don't you? So I think I'll go back to the beach for a bit. I don't know if the ice cream van's turned up yet. Sometimes there's an ice cream van down here. But anyway, the cat, honestly, you know, I'm in the good books again now because I've found the cat. But to be honest, peeps, it was all her fault in the first place. Because I went off to the chess club on Wednesday and she didn't shut the cat door, and then the cat's gone. No, it's bolted peeps. And honestly, it's so stressful because you don't know what's happened to them. I might get a GPS tracker. I think you can get GPS trackers now, can't you, to put on your pets. Anyway, peeps, I'm going to let someone come past a sec. But there's someone fishing down there, and we shall be on our way again shortly. Someone going past there, look, peeps. We'll have less of that, peeps, less of that, you know what I mean. I think we'll head back now towards the beach anyway. Even more lovely down here now, even more lovely. And all that remains is to say goodbye to you lot. Shit, the tide's coming. The tide's coming in fast. Yeah, that went a long way up, didn't it? Nearly got me. I might take my shoes and socks off and go for a paddle in a minute. It's going to be interesting how the sound is. I'm not going to give you a drive on the way back because I nearly died getting here, to be honest, trying to hold the camera in one hand and film the journey at the same time. Not to be recommended. Not to be recommended, peeps. Anyway, I shall see you all at the other end of the game week. I'll be popping in. I mean, my chess games start about 9 o'clock UK time, I think, in the morning, your evenings. So it's unlikely I better get much content out, but I'd absolutely love it if Watkins did score. But